Hi, how is everyone? This video here was supposed to be about the good stuff, like cleaning up the bike, and getting all the plastics turning back to this colour, even a bit better. I haven't finished that yet. And, well, you can see the difference over there as to this. But unfortunately, you can tell that the engine's half apart because I had a little issue driving along the road. It was going pretty good. It was running a little bit lean, so I tried moving the needle jet on the carburetor, so it was bring it up a bit, but it actually didn't change anything. And I noticed when I was driving, if I held my thumb just over this a little bit, the bike would pick up and keep going a bit better than it was, because it was hardly making, it was only just getting to 40 kilometers, and it was starting to, you pull the throttle right back, and it was going bogging down, and it was trying to die, and then it would be all right again, and then it was doing the same. So I knew it was running lean. I had a feeling anyway, because it's kind of happened to me before in an old bike. But anyway, so I ran it with no filter from my house to quite a wee while away, and it started dying on me when I was coming up to a corner, and then it just idled for a second and then died, and this was the result of that. We picked the rings out. They were completely embedded in that front side just there. So unfortunately nothing I can do about it. We tried for ages to to start it. Everything, we tried fuel and the spark was fine, and we couldn't get anything out of it. But yeah, so there you go, that's that. So I've only had the bike going for maybe 2 days, and now it's buggered again. So it means I'm not sure if I can reuse this. Can you see I don't know how good this will focus, but it's got some scrape marks out of there. Some of it's alright, so there's a bit of dirt on there because I've been touching it, but see the gouges on the exhaust side. So I don't know if it gets honed out by some place, if it'll be alright, or it's not worth it at all. I don't know, I haven't decided on that, and the head looks okay. It did have, It did have some melted plastic on the top, which was not from when I was using it. I had to dig it out just to get the head bolts undone. So unfortunately, I have to get a new piston, or both piston and the bore and the rings. So I have to just figure out how much it's going to cost on eBay or Trade Me or AliExpress, or somewhere like that, because there's no point going second hand, obviously. So yes, that's a bit of a bugger. Anyway, it's not a hard thing to do, is to put all that back together and get a gasket as well. Yeah, so I'm not too worried now that I know what the problem is. It's been done. It must have sucked up a little rock or a stone somewhere in the carburetor, and it's got flowing around in there. Otherwise, it's possibly from running lean, but if it was and it caused that, I don't know if running lean, caused it to melt slightly and bend no, obviously something went into the engine and stuffed it up. It was really good. I wasn't putting this back in, but I sanded it down a wee bit. There's some grooves in there, pretty nasty. Let's see if I can focus that a bit better. So, anyway. So I'll talk to you on the next video when I've got my parts, and I'll chuck it back together and hopefully it starts straight up. Give it a bit of a tidy up. That oil pre-mixer is getting a bit dirty. I don't like those things because you can't really rely on them. Like, if they do stop going, you're going to have problems like this, maybe even seize the bottom end. But I could just pre-mix my oil if I feel like it. Anyway, when I get the parts in the mail, I'll take a video and put it back together. Hopefully it starts. I'd like to have a shroud the whole piece back to normal how it was in the beginning, because it didn't have that on it. I only had half of it, so it's a few bits and pieces to fix now. Anyway, I'll catch up with you when I get the parts. See ya.